Greetings, mortals, and welcome to Calypso's World. I was asked to do a video about my spirituality. If I haven't mentioned it before, I am an old world witch. I was raised pagan. I am very open in my spiritual standpoints. I was adopted. I am first generation Polish. And, being Polish, I was off of, like, the Roman Catholic religion, but raised in an atheist household. I was adopted when I was 2 weeks old, but I want to show you how I reflect on being a pagan since birth, which a lot of people do not understand, but, the people who are the original witches or passed down that line, so I'm just going to show pictures. I'm looking into European pathways, but that's going to take a while because there isn't a whole lot of information I've found about Polish heathens and pagans. So, first, I'm going to show this picture. And this one is my baptism picture. I was carried up a mountain that was about a 18 to 19 mile walk and raised up to the heavens in an offering, a Native American offering. And over there is a writing. I'm not going to show you since it's pretty personal. And here's my druid kind of birth certificate thing that my parents did. Anyway, another thing that is very important to me is my Book of Shadows. I have 8 of them. There's going to be 10 of them because I make all of my own Books of Shadows, and I also am intending on making more that I can sell to other pagans through Etsy. I'm going to start describing my pathway through paganism by answering this 44 question questionnaire and showing you some of my occult books. There's more of them that I have, just they're not all with me in the room that I'm in right now, and these are just some of the ones that I'm learning from because I'm practicing shamanism and water magic at the moment. It's just like taking a class, but it's focusing in depth on one subject. It's not like, oh, you have herbs and you're going to study herbology in very regimented technique, and then you're going to go and take an hour class on potions, and then you're going to go take an hour class on tarot. No, I'm just focusing on these two primarily for now. Everybody knows my pet peeve with Silver Ravenwolf as an author. Most people, I'm just going to say simply, young teens go to her because she's immensely available at Barnes & Noble, etc. I started reading when I became more into needing advice for what to write. I searched Amazon.com and found other alternative authors. Not to say that I don't agree with some of the stuff she writes, just that it's kind of feathery, fluffy stuff that could use more elaboration, but I have found some information in her books, and I do own one of them. It's the Wiccan Encyclopedia. This one is Origins of Modern Witchcraft, which is at my school library, but I also own it. The Evolution of a World Religion, and it's by Anna Mora. And I found a lot about it out of this, historically more so. And in The Devil's Snare, it's at my school's library, my public library. So it talks about the Salem witch trials, and I think anybody interested in the craft needs to know about Salem first. And that's on my road trip calendar. Everybody should also know that I have an extensive bucket list, which kind of feeds along my major in anthropology and wanting to know everything about the world. Then this book is my mother's. It's called Earth Prayers from Around the World. And I have a whole entire prayer section in my Book of Shadows and a quote section in my Book of Shadows. So I pulled a lot out of there, and I kind of treat this, I have a calendar in my bathroom that, like, you flip through January 1st through December 31st, and you've got a saying for each day. So this is how I treat this book. Then I've got Thoughts and Meditations, and this is a great book. I have other meditation books, but when I first got started in meditating, I found that it cleared out my mind, so I have to do that every day or else I am immensely depressed, because few people know that I am an extremely emotional person. This is the Thundering Years. I'm a homeschooled youth. I homeschooled all the high school after being bullied in middle school, so this is a great book that talks about Native American pathways, and along with that, this is about a vision quest, and the Thundering Years talks about vision quests for youth. This is about a 50-year vision quest. Neither Wolf Nor Dog talks about Native American shamanism and the pathways across Native America. Iduna and the Witch, and the Magic Apple, this one I got when I was a kid and learned the proper meaning of it when I got into Greek mythology sometime later this year and found out more about the different myths in paganism. This one is just a kind of botany book about man's environment that I've been going through, but I'm not necessarily using it in my magical practices, but I have to always have something to carry around that describes, like, flowers, herbs, animals. This one talks about Lakota witchcraft, shamanism, religion. Blackfeet and the Buffalo. Native American mythology. Physics of Christmas. I also have one of the Science of Harry Potter, because not a lot of witches can say Harry Potter can be taken literally. I'm a very literal person. I did not take Harry Potter literally, but I can find a lot of physics in it that can relate to modern day witchcraft. Okay, I also have Earth Poems that it's by the same author that wrote the Earth Prayers. It's Evo Mosley. Another thing that, this is The Punishment of the Stingy, another Native American book. A thing that is getting on my nerves. I own these books because they interest me. I had them when I was a youth, but it's like all the vampire novels that, my friend and I had a conversation about vampire novels, having vampires be able to go out at daytime. No, that ruins what a vampire is. A vampire is supposed to die when they go out in the daylight. They can't be like, oh, I'm gonna sparkle in the daylight, and I've lived blah 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 years, and I can wear my ring in the daylight. But they've come up with, like, this series, this is by Nancy Holder and Debbie Vigat, like, Wicked, Witch, and Curse, where a girl's parents die and she finds out that she's a witch. And then this Sweep, the Book of Shadows, where she's an adopted girl. That's pretty much the only thing I like about it, but she finds out that her parents were Irish witches, and and her boyfriend's a witch, etc., etc. This one isn't part of my pet peeves. It's When Elephants Weep. I didn't mention it earlier, but I'm reading it because I communicate with animals. This is the Wicked book too. Yeah, another one of my pet peeves. And I also checked out from the library that Book of Shadows novel thing. They've got, like, I'm thinking like 10 books, but they, like, put them in compilations to, like, share them all in one book, since they're, like, probably 90-page stories. Well, anyway, that's all for now, and I'm gonna go through that 44-question questionnaire in a different video because I'm running out of time. Peace. Love always. Blessed be.